Hi, it's Marieta. Thank you so much for tuning in. In today's video, I'm going to talk about, as I mentioned in my previous video, what should you consider if you are thinking to start a company in the United States and you are considering whether you want to become the single member or you want to do the partnership with someone who is going to be either equal partner or a minority partner. So stay tuned. Alright, so what are the things to consider is that when you are applying for E2 visa, now this is obvious, you already know that you need to be from the treaty country, and if you are not from the treaty country, then you can consider L visa. This is frequently asked question. Now, if you are from the treaty country, you need to understand that if you are going to partner up with someone who is from a treaty country also, whether it's your treaty country or a different treaty country, because there is an entire list of treaty countries, you should own at least 50%. When you are going to partner up with someone who is not from a treaty country, or this person is US citizen, then you should own 51%. That is something, actually it's 50%, but I recommend 51%, so it's obvious because that is one of the requirements. So either way, I recommend that you do have the partnership set up in a way that it's 51% and 49%, because one of you guys needs to have the vote, the higher vote. If two people are indecisive and they don't know how to make that final decision because you agree and the other person don't, then it's going to be very difficult for you to run a business, right? So that is something to consider. And if you can do 51% ownership, then great. Keep that in mind, especially if you are doing the partnership with someone who is not from a treaty country, or partnership with someone who is not from, who is US citizen, for example. Another thing to consider, if you have more partners, for example, I had a client, there were 3 partners and they were all from a treaty countries, then do they qualify? And the answer is yes, because even though there are more partners, they are from treaty countries, and obviously they divided their parts equally. So it was 30%, something like 30% or 33 something. They do qualify for E2 visa, even though none of these guys actually own 50%. So these are pretty much the rules. Now, something that I do want to advise you is that, be very mindful, especially if you are just starting out, especially if you have no experience, if you don't know how to run a business, and you have this fear of starting your business because, especially partnering up with someone because you don't have what it takes to run this business, you should reconsider, because sometimes, we are afraid to start business, and we are afraid to start business not because we are not capable or because we are not smart enough or resourceful enough. It's because we have this fear, right? And because of this fear, we are looking for a partner or the co-founder, right? So I want you to actually really think about it. Why do you want to partner up with someone? Is that your fear, or is this person really going to contribute to this business? Because believe or not, something happened in my business, and I also had clients that had similar stories. You partner with someone, and along the way you realize that this person is really not contributing to this business. It's really not a match, it's not aligned with your vision, with the mission of your company, and you guys are very different, and that is the moment when you're going to start seeing the problems, the differences. And if you started this business out of fear, the partnership out of fear, then you will, along the way, you will realize that, okay, it was sort of a mistake. And then because you are tied to this company, because your visa situation really depends on this particular business where you invested, you have to be very careful, because then you have to deal with how you're going to get out of the company, or the other person is going to get out of the company, how you're going to split the business. Because if once you invest, you get a visa for 2 years or 5 years, depending on where you're from, and then you basically going to be stuck with the business, right? Because you need the visa if you want to live in the US, etc. So, this advice is important no matter what, because, we don't want to invest into wrong business. We don't want to create wrong businesses. Especially is important when it comes to E2 visa, because like I said, your status depends on this company. So, I want you to really think twice whether you want to partner up or you're going to do it on your own. And my advice, if you can do it on your own, do it on your own, because then you are in control. You are in control and your status is in your hands, right? There is a different thing when it comes to raising funds. If you are, for example, startup, you have a corporation and you're going to give away equity. It's slightly different thing. What I'm talking about here is more partnership setup, and that's a different story. I'm not talking about that situation. I'm talking about a situation where you are starting with another equal partner, and I want you to really ask yourself questions like, what is this person going to contribute? Because if this person is contributing money, then it makes sense, because both of you are investors, okay? But if this person is just US citizen and he's giving you, I don't know what exactly, promise that while he is in the United States, he's going to take care of things while you are taking care of your status outside of the United States, this person might have this leverage because you are still outside of the United States and he's giving you this fake security. And I'm saying that because I, seen that happen. I seen that happen with other of my clients, and I experienced myself situation when I was in partnership and I had to get out of it. And, it took me a while to be able to do that. And I remember one thing, when I started completely on my own, I became more successful. So, because the energy is draining you, if the partnership is not good, that is going to drain you and slow you down. So I want you to be mindful. That being said, I hope you like this video. I do want to invite you for the free VIP training I created for entrepreneurs. The link is going to be below this video. And also I am hosting live webinar, live webinar, how to get the investor visa complete roadmap. So you can join the webinar, and I'm going to post the link below as well. So thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for the next video. As I promised, this is going to be a series of videos. In the next video, I'm going to talk about the incorporation. So see you later. Have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching. Bye.